Hey everyone, welcome to Front of the Eps. I'm Menti, and we're back with another tournament. This one is the Airship Assault. We're going to do things a little bit differently, and the first thing I'm going to do is a showcase of all the entries. We've got 25 of them in this tournament, so this will take a little bit of time to get through, but I think it'll be worth it. We'll start going alphabetical order, which means my entry is up first, a legitimate Salvage by Menti, which...
Heat her up!
ADC's on auto track.
Beginning evasive maneuvers.
does have some special features, as Brisby would call them. I did. This is the Airship Armageddon. But yes, this is my ship. She's armed with a 208 millimeter railgun, 640 millimeter point defense cannons, and 4 large missiles. I got her nice and stable, so when there's not an enemy around, she just kind of sits here, drift backwards a little, but it's pretty cool. Yep, it's modeled after the Rocinante from The Expanse. Got the plaque and everything. But yeah, so this is basically what we're going to do. Just have a quick look at everything for each of the 25 things, because if I went in depth, it would take forever. So yeah, that is that is a legitimate Salvage by Menti. Yeah, The Expanse is a great show. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Next up, we've got the Aegis by Rekvisit. Or is it Rekvisit? How does he say? Yeah, Rekvisit. Which is a cool little, it just gives me, it says battlecruiser to me for some reason. Pretty cool looking vehicle. It's pretty large. I think it's got a lot of, oh, that was one thing. I guess I should do this. Show the firepower and armor figures. Big black shard. Yeah, so he's got 162 firepower, 41.8% armor cost. Got some large missiles, and this is actually a laser. Yeah, I don't know why, the shape of it and size of it and everything just says battlecruiser to me. I don't know. But yeah, we'll go back to the legitimate Salvage here real quick, just so I can show its firepower and armor cost numbers.
ADC's on auto track.
Beginning evasive maneuvers.
That's a little bit loud. Maybe I should have made that a little bit quieter. But anyway, you can see I went for a little bit more of a glass cannon approach than the Aegis. Only 18.8% in armor with 262 firepower. Can't relate, Brisby. The Sea-Wiz are indeed dual purpose on the legitimate Salvage. A Nan down there? I don't know what it was. And then we've got like a friggin' B-52 bomber looking thing. Not really. It's sort of similar, but not quite.
Listening.
This is another good reason to want a chair, because now I can just do that. It's a big old bomber plane. It's got a laser turret up here. It's got some, I believe, dual-purpose Sea-Wiz right here. And then also some missiles somewhere, if I remember right. Yeah, a whole bunch of large missiles that launch from the bottom. Got the cockpit, which is where the chair is. Oh, another dual-purpose Sea-Wiz. Yeah. It's a pretty neat-looking bomber. Let's see, it's got 257 firepower with 22.2% armor. It's got a lot of missile firepower. It's got a lot of missiles. Yeah, it's got a little bit less, but not by a whole lot. It's because missiles rack up firepower really fast. He's got a shit ton of them. That's how many missiles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14 large missiles. They're pretty short, little frag missiles. Armor greater than armor. Whoops, not what I meant to do. So yeah, that was the Aluminum Overcast by Kernel. I love that name, Kernel. Ah, yes, and then this is the first multi thing. So we've got the Association of Assorted Aircraft by Doom Agent. First up, we've got the Aerial Tunnel Bore.
Listening.
Which, as the name, yes, and it's my deep fried chair. Because it's back by the thrusters. It makes the camera really awkward though, because of the angle the chair is sitting at. Ah, it's really hard to, like. Oh yeah, your chair, Brisby. Yeah, so it's got some missiles strapped to the side, and then rams. I believe that's all it has for weapons. Yep, just the missiles and rams. 27.2% armor. So it's got a lot of thrusters. It's moving it. Well, it's just small, really. It's also heavy armor on the front there. There's another chair inside. Well, I can't control which one it teleports me to. It's alright, I got it. Ish. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking thing. I like the rotating thrusters in the back. That's really cool. That's a neat effect. Alright, so that's the aerial tunnel bore, and then we've got the flying monitor.
Listening.
Which is a much more plain-looking ship, honestly, than the aerial tunnel bore. It's armed with 2 APS guns. They don't fire the exact same shell, but it's pretty close. What do they fire? I'm curious. I forget. Oh, I guess it is the same shell? Oh, it's AP flak? Okay. Because there's only one customizer, but they... Oh no, this says squash. How come the AP one doesn't show up in this list? That's weird. So it fires AP flak and Hesh. We've got the little air ducts for the intakes. Or no, that's the... Yeah, that's for... Yeah. And it's going 162 meters per second. Pretty quick. It's pretty quick little thing. Not as fast as it could be. The customizer's on the turret itself. That's why it does that. Gotcha. A munitions warner. Missiles. Missile interceptors. Got it. Alright, so yeah, that is the Association of Assorted Aircraft by Doom Agent. Then we've got the Brave Sir Robin by Pyrotech. Is our next vehicle to be showcased. Which we've got a dual barrel 237mm APS gun. 50mm, probably a Sea-Wiz, most likely dual purpose, I would expect. Let's find out. Yeah, it's a dual-purpose shell. Looks kind of similar to the Flying Monitor in shape, sort of, but different paint job. The Monty Python references, right? This flag is not working how a flag should, though. Like, the vehicle is moving... Oh, wait, no, it's moving backwards right now. Never mind, the flag is... I thought it was moving forward and the flag was, like, into the wind, but... No, it was actually moving backwards. Now it's... No, it's still moving backwards. Never mind. Anyway... That's also with an enemy... Without an enemy to chase, so it might go faster with an enemy. I don't know. I know my legitimate salvage only does like 120. It's not the quickest thing. Anyway, that is the Brave Sir Robin by Pyrotech. Now we've got the heavy cruiser Furutaka ArialCruiser by shoot, which one was this? By BRM. I couldn't remember who it was. Which is a Furutaka replica. Well, it's Furutaka-like. Yeah, the furry taco. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. You can go a lot faster than 120. But anyway. So it has all these guns on here. These are vestigial. They're just there for looks. They don't actually do anything. The entire... Oh, I forgot to do this for the last couple ones. Ah. It's all missile. It's all missile. Laser warners. But yeah, it's pretty cool and funny to see like what would normally be a boat down here in the water, up here in the air flying around. Just shows you what you can pull off and from the depths. Whole bunch of ducts in front of this jet. Yes, I know, Brisby. I know exactly what you're thinking right now. So let's go back to the flying monitor real quick, because I didn't do the...
Listening.
Oh, back to the deep fried chair. Oh, it put me in the other chair now. I didn't do the V menu thing. 27% armor, 70 firepower on the flying monitor. And then for the Brave Sir Robin, I didn't do it for this one either.
Listening.
We've got 134 in APS with 35.5% armor cost. Oops, I almost went back to the main menu. Yeah, I remember that from the first squadron shootout. Alright, now we've got the heavy cruiser Krakow, however you want to say it, 2, by Gaming 19.
Receiving.
Which is another flying boat. This one has wings. Oh yeah, there is the spawn and share option, isn't there? I should turn that on. This one actually does use its guns. If I remember... But yeah, pretty cool looking flying boat. We've got... oh, I scrolled past it. 200 firepower, 170 of it missiles with 31 of it in APS. And 39.2% armor cost. It's a very good-looking ship. Got the missiles under here. It's a pretty cool-looking boat. You want to see that thing perform a deck landing on an aircraft carrier, right? That'd be impressive. Or a huge aircraft carrier, one of the two. Spawn in vehicle's chair. Let's turn that on. And we've got the coffins by Dentist 123. They're all identical, except instead of saying number 1, it says number 2 and number 3. So we're just gonna look at the 1. So it's got some lasers here on the top. I think it's got an identical set on the bottom. And yeah, it's shaped like a coffin. I have no idea what that says. I'm assuming it says like something about a coffin, number 1. Excuse me, hiccup. It's got some missiles, some active radar missiles here, it looks like. Yeah, and then let's see. 52.36 with 40% in armor. Yep, quite a bit of wood. But not the most wood. We'll get to that one later. Oh, jeez. Nutterchap. Yeah, true. Coffins are made out of wood. There are 3 of these, but they are identical except they say number 1, 2, and 3 on them instead. They are otherwise identical. So I'm not going to show the other 2 because there's no point. And here we go. The Curse of Monarcha Lily by TheBrisbyMouse. Yep, we've got ourselves an old-timey sailing ship. It has lots of special features, but they won't activate without enemies, I don't think. But yeah, it's a pretty cool-looking ship. Fires large missiles. Some of them are mimics. They aren't all actual large missiles along the side here. That would be a lot of large missiles, because it also has some on the other side. Yeah, an Age of Sail galleon. Yep, and alright, you know what? For you, Brisby. Oh, there's the bed. Where's the meme room? I know it's somewhere. Here it is. I will go ahead and, since Brisby put the effort of making a meme room, I will go ahead and give it a quick fly through as well. You shouldn't have did that. This ship is dedicated to everyone who lost uncounted hours building for Shobi's naval strategy, only for him to cancel it right before turn 1 started. All that remains is the memory in Monarcha Lily. Yeah, this thing even has like proper cannons up on the deck. It's pretty cool looking. This is why Brisby said if he doesn't win every single popularity vote, he's gonna be pissed. Oh, I didn't do the V menu for this one, did I? 319 firepower. I think that's the most firepower in the tournament. And 15% armor cost. Yeah, just missiles. Meme cost percent. Don't you dare downvote that. Then we've got the Dakka maximized by Cheesecannon. Which, I'm not sure how to describe this thing. Like, the shape of it, it's sort of cylindrical, but then it has these, like, jet pods on the side as well. Looks industrial. Yeah, industrial is a good word for it. And then it has this gun. 50 millimeters at 2,390 RPM. That is some Bert right there. Be ashamed to see that miss. Well, it does have a almost 2,300 meter per second shell speed. So yeah, might not miss as much as you think. I'm sure it'll miss some because APS just does that. No, I believe it's regular 1 meter autoloaders. 225 RPM. Almost all of it is that one gun. That 197 APS firepower is just this gun. I don't think it has any other guns. Nope. Did we look at the... Yeah, we just did. 22% armor cost. Alright, so that's Dakka maximized by Cheesecannon. Next up, we've got the Elemental Elite by Harness, which are functionally identical, but they are different enough aesthetically that I'll show both. This is the Fire Elemental, which apparently my soul is its now. It is armed with a 760. Oh, that's the ammo intake limit. So the autoloader limit's 959.5 RPM, 2,400 meter per second, 50 millimeter gun. And I believe it's got some missiles on it as well. 126 firepower, 16.1% armor class, or armor cost, sorry. Easy, Bert. So that's the fire elemental, and here's the ice elemental. Which, like I said, is mechanically identical to the fire elemental. But it's, you know, it's quite different. Has different sound effects, different look to it. Right? But it's identical, so we'll take a look and then move on. Because we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're a little less than halfway done with the entire roster. Next is Frontsiders Must Die by STA Outlaw X100. I'm just going to call you Outlaw. Which has the hull of what looks like it was going to be a boat, but then turned into an airship. Has two main... Oh, was that an engine overheating? That sounded like... Yep, that was a cylinder overheating. Well then. Got 101... 100 millimeter... Wow, that cooling limit is way over the autoloader limit. Mistakes were made. But what's this firing? Yeah, one's firing heat and one fires Hesh. Hence, Frontsiders Must Die. So 101.05 armor or firepower, 44.2% armor cost. All right. So that was the Frontsiders Must Die by Outlaw. And then we have the Haha Laser Go Nee by sKrib. Which I believe, if I remember right, there's supposed to be 3 of these. No, 2 of them. 2 of them. But, you know, it's the same exact blueprint. It's got a laser mounted up on the top and on the bottom, as you would expect from something called Lasers Go Nee. I believe it's got some missiles too. But it's got these wings that are kind of cool. And then it's got all of 50 firepower. A lightning hood ship, but somehow flatter. AP of the laser? Let's see. It's... Where do you... Oh, there it is. 85. You're gonna struggle a lot with smoke. So yeah, that is the Haha Laser Go Nee by sKrib. Then we've got the Homeworld replication by Jeoshy, the Scorching Protection. There's 3 of these on the team, but it's 1 blueprint. Which has a laser as well, going down the middle through the prongs. It also has some small thump missiles. I remember because I was very intrigued by that choice. It's a swarm of small thumps. Yeah, and there's going to be 3 of these on the team. You can't wait to shear the prongs off that thing. It's got 55.65 firepower, 25% armor cost. Wait, it's a railgun? I thought it was a laser. Oh, it is a railgun. I know these things have lasers. It is a railgun. Whoops. Ah, here are the lasers. It's a Cheesecannon. It's a benchmark, but it's not an end all be all. These lasers are gonna have a hard time. Like even without smoke, they're gonna struggle probably. Anyway, yep, there's gonna be 3 of those on the team. Homeworld replication. These are called the Scorching Protections. Next, we've got the Hot Box by J-Dog. We're just going through a showcase showing off all the vehicles, Rymark. This thing's got some prongs going on as well around this 500mm railgun. Hey, Starshina Smirnov, thanks for the follow. Plate glass armor, thank you for the follow as well. Plate glass armor? That wouldn't work too well. Though I know, like, what was it, Skyrim or the one before it, Oblivion? Wasn't there glass armor in that? And it was one of the better types of armor. Ah, so many follows. Creeper dude, thanks for the follow, man. One person did it and everybody else went, oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah, it's a little bit wobbly. Has some missile interceptors, I believe. It's hard to see. But anyway. Sitting at 107 firepower with 38.4% armor cost. Good job, Nutterchap. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so this is the Hot Box by J-Dog. Next, we've got the Jaffa Kree by Kim. Which I was not expecting a Stargate reference in this day and age, but here we are. And the really crazy thing about this thing is it's mostly hollow. It's got like all of its main systems in here and up there. And then it's got large missiles. Everybody's like, what? 45.1% armor cost with 177 firepower. Yeah, lasers are kind of eh. Yep, and it's got some thrusters down here. And yeah, that is the Jaffa Kree by Kim. Next, we've got the Last Minutemen by EigenFunction. First up is the Break of Dawn. Which is a pretty cool looking little, kind of a spaceship thing. It's got some, oh, yeah, cylinder overheated. Tisk tisk. Got some 402 millimeter APS guns on it. I believe it also has missiles, if I remember right. Let's see. 101.56 firepower, 24% armor cost with, yeah, it has some missiles, but not a whole lot. So yeah, that is the Break of Dawn. Now we've got the Dead of Night. Which has a 54 millimeter, 385 RPM APS gun on it. It's got a large missile there, but then for some reason, instead of having another large missile on this pod, it has medium missiles, which I thought was a little bit strange when I noticed that. And it's got another set of medium missiles here. Yep, 99.07 firepower with 19.6% armor cost. heat and thump on this pod. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that is the Dead of Night. And both of those together were the Last Minutemen by EigenFunction. Which is an interesting name, because this was one of the first, probably one of the first 5 things that was put in, so it's not like you put, like it was at the last minute or anything. And then the names don't have anything to do with, like, Minutemen, the military unit. So, I don't know. I'm a little confused on that. Anyway, now we've got the Nasty Things by Hollio. Now, it's got 3 of them, but they are functionally identical, they're just different colors. It's not a huge difference between them. But these things are very interesting. They are just little balls that fly through the air and spin and have a laser on them. It's also fast, yes. It's just a little hard to see because, yeah, it's doing 250 meters per second. Oh, it's hitting 260. This thing is fast. Yeah, missiles are not going to like this thing. But yeah, that green strip through them is the only difference. All the lasers fire the same color as well. Like the green one fires a green laser, the red one fires a red laser, the blue one fires a blue laser. They're otherwise identical, so I mean, I can just real quick, I guess, show them, see? And then the blue one. And then we're going to move on before the spinning and vibrating gives me a headache. Oh, right, firepower. Crap. 36.7% in armor, 34.56 in laser. So yeah, those are the Nasty Things by Hollio. Then we have the Oban-StarRaccer by Seminastro. Which is another pronged, airship thing. There's quite a few with this design, actually. Did nasty things to your stomach. It's got a poster for, I'm assuming that's some sort of anime. I've never heard of it before. Letter. It's a hentai. Alias HD, these are the entries to the tournament. Yes, we're doing a showcase of all the entries first, and then we'll start doing some battle stuff afterwards. We're almost through the entries. We're like 3/4 of the way done. No, it's a banana. So yeah, it's got these 4 500mm guns on it, and some missiles, I believe. No, it was me, Dio. 121.35 firepower, 40% armor cost on this prongy boy. Oh, it's got some 146mm guns on the side here as well. So yeah, that is the Oban-StarRaccer by Seminastro. Most likely Sea-Wiz, yeah. Then we've got the Project 772 missile frigates by Nutterchap, which, again, there's 3 of them, red, green, and blue. They're functionally identical, just different colors. They do fight at different ranges. This has a very this feels like a strike craft type thing. Like I could see this flying next to an X-wing sort of deal. It's got 4 large missiles on it, and 8 small heat missiles. And there's 3 of these on the team. Only 8? Oh, there's 16, sorry. There's top and bottom. I can count, I swear. So it's got basically 60 firepower and missiles, 18.8% armor cost, but there's 3 of them, so that can be a little bit nasty. So yeah, it's just, we've got the blue, the green, and the red. Those are the Project 772 missile frigates by Nutterchap. Now this one's pretty cool, but I suspect it might cause some problems, because you can notice the load time on this one's a little bit long. But it's pretty cool looking. Everybody's gone crazy over this thing. Yeah, it's got little tentacles that wave around. It's not a ship, it's a monster, right? Yeah, which is probably why it takes so long to load this thing in. But yeah, this is armed mostly with missiles, medium missiles. Some very long medium missiles, though. This is by... I forget. I'll get the name in a second. 182 firepower and missiles, 43.3% armor cost, and a lot of that armor is wood. Like, I think the only place that's metal armored is the front. And it's, like, all Data blades for lift and such. Well, metal, alloy, whatever. You know what I mean. So yeah, this is Raya by, see, it even takes a while to delete it. By Axis. And we've got the Accelerators, which these ones actually, compared to Raya, these ones may end up getting DQ'd for lag. Because they are pretty awful about it. You can see it fires missiles even when there's no enemies, and there's why. This thing is basically just a big sub-object that spins around the central part. And when there's 2 of them and they're both spinning, it drops the game speed to like half. So I warned the creator of this one that they might get disqualified for lag if I can't record this thing well. I think they're whoops, hold on. I think they're identical. I don't want to have both of them out right now. Yeah, see, it's the same thing. So yeah, those are the Accelerators uh, by AlbinoSnake. Then we've got Trinity. Oh, I forgot to do the firepower thing. Hold on. $71.43 in missile, with 38.7 in armor cost. Yeah, I was not able to find the difference. I looked. I was not able to find the difference between them when I looked. I was just like, whatever. Now we've got Trinity by Kravow, which consists of Liberty, Purity, and Unity. We'll start with Liberty, which is another ramming ship. Which immediately crashed into the water without a target to chase down. So yeah, it's covered in rams and little spikes, and it also has these two lasers. Very small little guy that wants that. The funny thing about Liberty is I remember its battle tests very clearly, because Liberty likes to get on top of the Thunderer and just body slam it into the water and die in the process. It was pretty funny. Anyway, so it's got a whole 5.23 firepower. Make the Boston Tea Party out of you. Then we've got Purity, which is a flying saucer-looking thing with lasers. I believe that's it's two lasers, top and bottom. I don't think this thing is actually donut. I don't think this thing actually has anything with the lasers. Yeah, just the lasers. 32.26 in laser. The amount of drugs consumed in the building for this. And then we've got the Unity. Which has this 180 millimeter railgun. Firing at pretty good RPM. Though it doesn't have enough charge to keep it up. So it probably ends up either firing kind of weak shells or just at a slower rate than it actually says. A long barrel with rams, yeah. It's got 22.42 firepower. It's apparently got some missiles on here as well. An armor cost of 22.6%. That was the Trinity by Kravow. We've got the VSI Sovereign of the Mortals, which I see it and I go, that's the Goodyear blimp. But it's probably not. It's probably something else, but that's what it makes me think of immediately. It does have helium inside of it, yes. I don't know. I think helium and these thrusters are the only things it has, if I remember right. I don't know if it has any other like downward thrust. I think it's just helium plus the jets in the back. Middle section has down thrust. Where? Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's some down thrust. Wait, what? Is that mimicked or something? That must be mimicked. Yeah, it's mimicked. I think. Wait, what? How were those... Uh-oh. Does it have a duct? Oh, yeah, it's a duct. Right, there's a duct here with a mimic over it. Okay. Okay, I was about to say, what's going on here? Okay. What, the duct? So yeah, it's got this 500mm gun on it. And what else? Let's see. It's got some missiles somewhere all over this thing. It's got a decent number of missiles. Some mediums. Oh, it's got some flares and radar target simulators. Ah, large missiles. Here they are. Large frag missiles. Wait. That doesn't have a head. It's just a fin. Yeah, it's got remote guidance, but I don't know why you wouldn't put a shape charge head on there. Just to have. I guess for maneuverability, yeah. Alright, makes sense. Hey, J-Dog. 97.21 firepower, 36% armor cost. So yeah, this is the Sovereign of the Mortals by Sniper's Will. And then last but not least, we have the it's French. Emile Bertin or something like that is how it's supposed to be pronounced. Okay, pausing it doesn't stop the sound. I'm just gonna have to talk over it, I guess. Because it's still going. Got his 380mm gun there. And then this is a dual-purpose Sea Whiz, if I remember right. 146mm in the back. This is literally the last one, J-Dog. all of the ships have been shown off now. $120 firepower, 34.1% armor cost. Yeah, I'm gonna put the showcase up on YouTube as an episode. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the showcase, folks. What a finale, right? I didn't even do that on purpose. It's just because of the French lettering, it ended up last. But yeah, it was a good one. I wish I could take credit for doing that on purpose. But that's gonna be the end of the showcase. So the fights will be coming up next. After this, the showcase will be a video of its own, an hour-long video. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode for right here. So thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.